Devastating typhoon in the Philippines, 10,000 feared dead. And you see that view from the air right there, pure destruction.
Look at those two massive ships carried ashore by a storm surge up to 19 feet. And unbelievably, the storm hit as it's the equivalent of a Category 5 for 2 full days.
ABC's Terry Moran and Gloria Rivera are in the region right now. We begin with Gloria right at the center of the hardest hit region. Good morning, Gloria.
George, night has fallen here in Tacloban, and emergency officials are growing increasingly concerned. We are well past the 72-hour point since the typhoon hit. That's a critical time frame. Those who have been able to survive this long on their own are going to have a much harder time in the days ahead unless they get help.
It is a race against time for emergency teams in the Philippines. We joined a mission to Guian, seeing the expanse of Typhoon Haiyan's wrath. Coastal villages in shreds, the people with almost nothing. There are countless towns like this now. Guian has not gotten any emergency supplies yet. Their homes are ravaged. They've been holding on to hope. Massive bags of rice bring relief, but here they need so much more.
Storm surge.
This video obtained by Filipino broadcaster ABS-CBN shows the very instant the estimated 20-foot wall of water came crashing into Tacloban.
Paligid po ng Tacloban City.
American storm chaser Jim Edds witnessed the moment of impact firsthand.
Stuff was flying over the top. It blew hard. It blew for hours, and it didn't let up.
At one point, jumping into a swimming pool to dodge the deadly wind. When it was all over, he captured the destruction. Here, the remains of a local school where many students rode out the storm.
The guy, he was holding a dead girl in his arms, probably about 8 years old. He was crying. He said, "We lost 10 kids here."
There were also signs of hope.
Behind me, even here in this destroyed building, life goes on. And there are women here having their babies, helped by the military doctors.
This mother almost swept away, but rescued to bring little Bea Joy into the world. A strong heart and a mother with the will to live.
U.S. assistance now on the ground, and the general told me the American team will be sending C-130 aircraft, V-22s, Osprey. One of their main goals will be to get critical supplies to the most remote areas. George, Robin, it can't come fast enough.
No, it can't. I'm going to talk a little bit more about that, Gloria. Thank you. With more now on the aid that is coming from the U.S. as the international relief mission swells is ABC's Terry Moran. He's on the ground there in Manila. Terry?
Hello, Robin, from Manila, where night has fallen now, and a nation in shock and mourning and looking for help. And as Gloria reported, the U.S. Marines are swinging into action as the first responders. Those two giant C-130 cargo planes left here this morning, packed with desperately needed temporary shelter, medical supplies, generators, other material. They're the first of what is likely to be hundreds of relief flights, given the sheer scale of devastation. The initial deployment of Marines, about 90 of them, one of their missions, looking for survivors, search and rescue, people trapped in the water, trapped by the water. Meanwhile, a desperate search for news here of loved ones, family members, and friends in the disaster zone. Right now, at this stage, this disaster just seems overwhelming to the people of the Philippines. Robin?
Thank you, Terry. And instead, aid can't get there fast enough. And for the latest on how you can help the victims, go to goodmorningamerica.com on Yahoo for a list of relief organizations and ways to donate.
They're going to need a lot of